Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is March 28th, 2021, a Sunday, and the weather's crappy. Not a lot of boats, if any, went out today, so I decided to upload a video on the tackle that we bring, or pretty much everything that we bring on a fishing trip. So in that first clip there, you saw our white angle 30 quart cooler with the ice packs inside, and also a Ziploc bag containing napkins and utensils. You'll see I have this obsession with Ziploc bags. Anyway, here you have a Plano waterproof container, and this is what I use to carry my sinkers and my scissor and my fish dehooker. I have like a random jig in there. The white container that you see there, those were from powdered Kool-Aid. And I cut the tops off, and they actually fit perfectly in the Plano waterproof container. So that's how I carry my sinkers around and keep them organized. You see our boots there in the background there. Those are the extra tough boots. A pair for me and a pair for Hailey. And then this is a Grundon's waterproof bag with the fold down buckle top. And then inside that bag we carry all our waterproof gear. So those are the green ones are my bibs, the orange ones are Hailey's bibs. You'll also see that there's gloves in there also, and we also have our dry tops in there as well. Hailey and I both wear Grundon's dry tops if it starts raining or to block the wind. But yeah, that's basically what goes inside this bag. And of course chopsticks. We're Asian, so once in a while we'll need chopsticks. You never know. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, and also if you like this video, please click the like button. So unfortunately, the microphone on my camera didn't catch my monologue very well, so I decided to do a voiceover instead, just to be able to explain things more clearly to everybody. Here I'm holding a reel storage bag, and this is the bag that we use to carry our reels, especially when we go on the longer trips. This past weekend we went to Maryland. That was almost a 5-hour drive one way, and in that case we like to keep our reels separate from our rods to keep them better protected. In this bag there's 6 compartments. We have 2 reels for Hailey and 4 reels for me. My 2 sidewinders, my braid reel, my mono reel, and both of Hailey's reels have braid on them. This blue bag next to it is a Shimano tackle bag. It's not available here in the States. It was from Korea. Hailey's mother sent it to me as a birthday gift 8 years ago. On one side of the bag I carry a knife. A knife is useful for anything. On the other side of the bag here you see is a fish lipper. Hailey and I rarely use this, but once in a while we'll bring a guest fishing and they don't really want to touch fish. And when you have a guest like that who wants a picture with the fish, this comes in very, very handy. Now, because this is the Blackfish edition of my tackle box, everything inside the bag is tailored for blackfishing. So the first thing in the bag, and this item is with me throughout the whole season, is a pair of nail clippers. I have it on a loop that I made with a fishing line, and I have it around my neck. If you see pictures of me fishing, or if you ever see me fishing, this will always be around my neck. Next thing is hand sanitizing wipes. Pre-COVID, COVID, post-COVID, you'll find this in my bag. It comes in handy. Everybody knows it's nice to have clean hands, especially after touching bait and after touching fish. These green things are actually rig holders. I picked them up at a random tackle shop like 10 years ago, and I still use them to this day. I cannot find them anymore. If you can find it, please leave a comment. Tell me where you found them. I will buy a ton of them because they are probably the most useful piece of equipment for rig storage. The shorter one on top are the rigs that Hailey uses, and the longer one are for the rigs that I use. That way, if any of us break off, we can open the bag and we know which rigs we want. Here's a bottle of Zap-A-Gap Crazy Glue. And then there was a hook sharpener there also. That's in my bag. These two Ziploc bags, my obsession with Ziploc bags. The gray ones are my gloves. The purple ones are Hailey's gloves, and also we have hand warmers in there as well. Next out of the bag, are my pouches. So I have 4 of these pouches, and they all have some kind of writing on them. And I'll go into further detail on what exactly is inside these bags. But I like everything very, very organized. But before I go into these bags, another thing that comes out of the tackle box are my sunglasses. They're Salt Life polarized sunglasses. Doesn't really help with Blackfish. You can't see 60 feet down. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you could see clear through the water. No one's seeing 60 feet down or more. This Ziploc bag contains rigs that were gifted to me throughout the years. People asked me to try certain rigs. I asked people for certain rigs. And I keep them in this bag. If nothing else is working, maybe I'll reach into this bag and see what other people have used in the past, and maybe I can make it work for me. The next thing that I pull out of the bag is a big Ziploc bag, and this is actually stock leader. Stock leader is pre-cut leader sold at tackle shops. They're anywhere from 36 to 40 inches long, and there's 3 different sizes in here. I think there's like 40 pound, 60 pound, and 80 pound. The next thing I just pulled out is my before I go into the orange box, this is a leather finger wrap that I put on each finger to tighten up my knots, or really, make sure my rigs are tight or my knots are tight. What else am I pulling out? Oh, no, that's basically it. More Ziploc bags. Just random empty Ziploc bags that I may use later on in the future to store more stuff. So putting the stuff back into the box, that bag with the stock leader goes first. Basically the things that I think I'll use least go at the bottom of the bag. Here's a Jigging World tackle box. And this particular box is only for my line. Inside I have fluorocarbon line and mono line in different sizes. Right now I'm on a Yuzuri pink floral kick. So you see many spools of that. I have 40 pound, 50 pound, 80 pound, and 60 pound, and I think 100 pound also. The 100 I never really use. This the spool with the gold label on it, that was the Berkeley floral. Great bang for the buck floral. It hasn't failed me yet, but like I said, I'm on a Yozuri pink floral kick right now, so I'll keep using that. So that's and here is a spool of Andy 50 pound monofilament. I use that for my top shots, my leader material, and of course here I have a spool of electrical tape. You can wrap it around your fingers, or you can wrap 2 sinkers together if whatever you have just isn't holding bottom. So that's my Jigging World tackle storage box there. That also goes in the bottom because theoretically I'd never have to use it. So putting back things again, the gloves go on the bottom. Those are easily accessible. The sunglasses go back in. The crazy glue, if you saw the the bird's eye shot of my tackle box, there's like a cup holder in there. That's where I put the glue and the fish hook sharpener. So getting back to these leather bags, the first one here says hooks on it, and if you open the bag, that's all that's in there. So the first thing I'll pull out is a bag, another Ziploc bag of Gamakatsu hooks and owner hooks. These are hooks that I may or may not ever use, but those are there. And then my favorite hooks of the moment, these are the peace token hooks, and I think they're called peace token black label hooks. I have them in 4 sizes, and I keep them separately in the Ziploc bags again, because if the bag shakes around, falls on a rocking boat, sometimes these containers can actually open up, and I've had hooks spill all over my bag. To prevent that, the Ziploc bag does a great job. This particular bag here, that's the Peace Token Black Label 6/0 hooks, the biggest hooks that I have. And in that bag I have a pre-cut I believe that's 80-pound Yuzuri fluorocarbon. I will probably not have to ever use 80-pound, but there are instances where I feel like there's a fish big enough and the structure is so gnarly that you need the 80-pound. So if I ever need to rig real quick, I can go into that hook bag, grab that Ziploc bag real quick, tie a rig, and drop it down real fast. The next bag here is my it's the mono bag. Basically every rig in this bag is made with monofilament leader material. So once again, you open it, there's a ton of Ziplocs in there, and you see it's like single hook rigs, slim foo rigs, snafu rigs. Basically it's just rigs that are all tied with monofilament leader. These again are all spare rigs, so they go to the bottom of the bag. I probably won't use them on the next trip, but they're always there just in case I need them. Now this bag, it has a floral written on it. These are rigs that are all made with fluorocarbon leader, and like the mono bag, there are different rigs in there: single hook rigs, snafu rigs, slim foo rigs. But yeah, this bag is full of Ziploc bags with rigs all tied with fluorocarbon material. So the 3 tackle bags are in the tackle box now, and this white one, which has number 1 written on it, this is the most important tackle bag for that week. So every week before a trip, Hailey and I go through our strategy, and this bag contains everything that we think we will be using for that week. You see me here holding the nail clippers. If I lost the whole bag and I had that number 1 bag and the nail clippers and the 2 rig holders, I could probably get through the fishing trip for that week. So inside this bag I have a pair of pliers. This is a small tackle tray, and in the tackle tray I have beads, tactical angler clips, some small hooks, swivels. I have fish finders, just because you never know. And so that's what I carry in that little Plano tackle box. The next thing that comes out of the bag are more Ziploc bags, of course. And these Ziploc bags here, these 2 hold pre-cut leaders. So I cut leaders from mono, like 36 inches long, because on our rods, on our fishing setup, we have the top shot to the braid, and then at the end of the top shot I tie on swivels. That way I don't have to change out the whole top shot every week, especially if the bottom is very gnarly. A lot of people say don't use jewelry, don't use extra swivels, don't use this, don't use that. Personally, for me, the swivels have worked out. I've never had the line break at the swivel, so it works for me. I use it. Also, it saves me time later on. Like if we're fishing structure that's super gnarly, I don't have to keep cutting my top shot down. I can just cut the leader below the swivel, tie on that new pre-cut leader, and tie my rig to that. So in the bag also I have more Ziploc bags with rigs. I just pulled out another spool of fluorocarbon. I have the 2 rig holders with the fluorocarbon rigs. And basically this is what I will use that week 90% of the time. If I feel during the trip that we need something else, then I'll reach into my other bags, pull it out. And if I don't have it, I can always reach into my hook bag and my mono bag and my leader box and create a new rig on the fly. So basically that's my tackle box in a nutshell, or actually not in a nutshell. My tackle box, very comprehensive, and goes my nail clippers, the hand sanitizer, and that's it. Thank you for watching this part of the video. Hang on for some bonus footage. If you like the content, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, please click the like button and just hold on for the bonus footage. Alright guys, today's bonus footage is of the rod transport system Hailey and I use on our truck. The front fairing and the crossbars themselves are from Yakima. the way you can tell besides from the logo is that Yakima uses round tubing. The ski holders are actually from Thule. I've had these ski holders for 10 years now. I've changed them from every vehicle to the next vehicle that I've owned. And the reason why I went with the Yakima crossbars this time was because they're round. And if you saw it before, when they're not being used, I can actually tilt it down. I feel like, this helps with the aerodynamics of the vehicle when it's not in use. And also, I just didn't like them standing up when they were not being used. So like you just saw, I put the rods in the ski holders, clamped them down. This system has worked for me for the past 10 years. I started using it as a surf fisherman because the rods just wouldn't fit in my car. And now I just use it for my rods, and also we've used it when we've gone snowboarding or skiing. So this is our rod transport system. Once again, if you like my channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please press the like button, and tight lines, everybody.